It's the Hollywood Rockin' Wrap-Up with your host, Jason Hadley. Following her beatdown on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore is still holding her breath for an apology from Portia Williams. And what better way to describe Real Housewives of Atlanta than literally waiting to exhale meets Jerry Springer? Paparazzi caught up with Joan Rivers for her thoughts on Lindsay Lohan's supposed miscarriage. However, if paparazzi had to catch up, the real news here seems to be a hearty congratulations to Joan Rivers for not breaking her hip. Former New Kids on the Block member Donnie Wahlberg opened up about his recent engagement to Jenny McCarthy. Donnie claims he knew it was love the first time he laid eyes on her, followed immediately by laying his chest, his waist, and his legs on her. Wanting to stay out of the limelight these days, Jay-Z and Beyonce turned down an invitation to Kim and Kanye's wedding next month. Expected to be a media circus, Kim will be marching down the aisle to this. And that's the Hollywood Rockin' Wrap-Up. Follow us on Twitter at Rockin' Wrap-Up. What up, everybody? Jason Hadley here from the Hadley Hour on Indy 100 and Excite Radio with in-studio guest Till All Is One. Here's Front Row at the Apocalypse. You're listening to the Hadley Hour.
In a hard time, worlds of men will decline. Yet somehow it bores me. I, iconoclastic guy, question every line meant to control me, subjugate and own me. Down in our time, world of man will lie and prophesy at the same time, and murdered all who spoke out and were askew. Goddamn, takes a real long time for scripture to come to life. This world's been ending since its own beginning. It's been down. Still my soul is lost. God, front row at the apocalypse. Lost. God, front row at the apocalypse. Down in a truth disguise by words of despotic ties. The fear is in you. Let the hate continue.
everybody. Welcome back to the Hadley Hour. You are listening to Jason Hadley, the awesome and talented radio star that you tune into every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. on Indy 100, Friday nights at 9 p.m. on Excite Radio, and then check the Excite station for all of their affiliate lists, and you can find all the individual stations that carry their content as well. But in studio with me, enough about me. Enough about me, gents. Sorry, didn't mean to take up some time. Enough about me. I am here in studio with a fantastic band, a returning guest, a two-time offender now. Till All Is One is in the house. Everybody, yay! Till All Is One. In studio with me, Karthik on bass and Mike on vocals and guitars. And
that's correct.
And sadly, we are without Marco.
Yes.
And Marco apparently is not with us tonight. He's working. Is that what we're gonna?
Yes. Yes. Marco is on the road right now with an awesome band called Devil You Know. He's wait,
hold on. Okay, that was my bad. I'm sorry. Damn weed. Okay, moving on. I'm sorry. Marco was.
He's on tour drum teching for this awesome band called Devil You Know.
Okay.
A good buddy of ours, Francesco Artesato, amazing, a brilliant guitar player. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a super group of sorts from the metal world.
Super group, like it's probiotic.
Yes.
Right, okay.
It's real good for your insides. It makes things go down so smooth and come out so nice.
Nice. So it's Superman, you're saying, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's got Howard from Kill Switch Engage.
Okay.
He's the singer in this group, and you got Francesco. He's in a band, also another band called All Shall Perish, which is pretty big in the kind of like deathcore metal scene. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's they're touring in support of Black Label Society, Zach Wild's band. So
right.
Yeah, so I'm sure Marco's all starry-eyed right now.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah, no doubt, right? I'm sure a lot of antics go on back there. Zach Wild, I mean, he didn't, it wasn't just handed the name Wild.
Well, now he's kind of like Zach Mild. He stopped drinking. He's not drinking alcohol anymore.
Oh, so it's just no fun anymore. Is that right?
They're playing chess.
Enjoy your youth, gents. Enjoy your youth, So, Till All Is One, you loved the song that you heard. What did we hear? Front Row at the Apocalypse,
yes.
Right? That was off of your last EP, is that correct? And what was the name of that last EP, once again, for the radio listeners?
Front Row at the Apocalypse.
Oh, self-titled track / album thing there going on.
Yes.
Of course.
Brilliant marketing. Brand consistency is what it's all about. You know what I mean? So I was actually listening to that and playing that off of the player on their website, tillallisone.com. But let me clarify that that is tillallisone, TI1L, allisone.com. Almost like it should have an apostrophe in front of it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But you can't do an apostrophe in a web address. So
that's correct.
That's the unfortunate part. But nevertheless, tillallisone.com, with one L. You can find them on Facebook, Till All Is One, again with one L. Twitter, Till All Is One Band, as well as Reverb Nation, where you can buy this fine music that you're going to hear tonight. You can find them on iTunes. We'll worry about all the business stuff on iTunes later, but that's in progress if I understand correctly. Right, okay. And then if you want to see what they had for breakfast, you can find them on Instagram at tillallisoneband. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Twitter's for boobies. Instagram's for pancakes.
For eggs and sausage.
Listen, I mean, if you have good eggs, I mean, the world should know about it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So let's take it back here for a second, a little bit. Throw it back to you guys were back in here. Gosh, it was about a year ago.
Yeah, just under a year ago. Yeah.
Right. So there have been a lot of changes on both sides of the on-air sign. Since the last time, because you guys noticed that it's just me back here when Rocky's no longer in the picture. He's doing well, and but then you guys you were a 4-piece prior to during your last visit. So what happened now with it? You changed over to the 3-piece format. Is it all like in court documents, all tied up? You can talk about this, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, basically, Neil, he was our second guitar player. Like, we went on the road, we did the tour thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when we came back, I mean, even before we went on tour, we kind of saw that, like, his enthusiasm for the music was kind of dwindling. And in the end, like, to make a long story short, like, he didn't really want to do it anymore. He wanted to seek other avenues.
We have 50 minutes left. You can take your time on this.
I can take my time? All right, well, fuck it. All right, well, yeah.
It's all good.
All right, sure, yeah.
But that's the thing about bands is you're always in transition. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have members that fall out. You pick up new guys. I mean, and that's got to, I imagine, be really taxing on you guys, the rest of the band members, seeing somebody kind of losing their gusto for the music, right? I mean, what's that do to you guys?
Well, it's a double-edged sword because it's like, especially after playing music with somebody. We played with Neil in this project for 3 years, so it's like the person becomes like family too.
Yeah, you guys are brothers.
Yeah,
brothers in battle.
Yeah,
absolutely. And so you do have like an emotional vested interest that sometimes also can make matters a little worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I personally was going through my own weird personal demons during a period of this stuff, and I think it was a combination of different, a cocktail of different things that probably created his sort of drift. But I think in the end, it just kind of came down to he just really wasn't still as into it as we knew he was maybe a year prior.
Yeah.
And,
You started seeing other bands behind your back.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, I mean, he was from School of Jazz. Like, I've known him since high school. Like, we both come
Right.
from that background. So, like, he wanted to focus more on that.
go back to his roots, if
Yeah,
you will.
so
Right on.
which is all good. I mean, we're still cool with
And
him.
Karthik, you're just still angry at the world, is that right? That's that's what brings you to this band, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nothing like being able to smash stuff on stage, right? You know.
Exactly.
So you went to the 3-piece, and so how's it been going for you guys now as a 3-piece? Because Mike, now you got to play the other guitar parts with your feet. So that's imagine that's an amazing feat, if you will, in and of itself. Hey, and then he plays the guitar with his feet.
You know what? It's been interesting because I think at first I was scared a little bit, because I think I got a little complacent. I'll be the first to say that I got a little complacent. I had this amazing guitar player that was doing a lot of the heavy lifting and came to the lead work, and I started focusing more on just being like the front man in the band, more so than being the guitarist.
Oh, you guys are screwed.
Yeah, but it was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
'Cause once he decided to leave the fold, at first we did try. We tried out a couple of people, just audition them. And the irony was there was a guy that came in, and he's like, "Why do you guys need another guitar player? You guys sound good as a 3-piece." This is a guy we were auditioning.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
And so I decided to suck it up and give it a shot, and it's been great because it's kind of refocused our sound. I think it's made us sound a little heavier.
Really?
Because there's not as much ethereal sort of. I don't want to call it fluff because it wasn't fluff.
No,
but it's like that essence.
There's a lot of like
yeah.
there's more atmospheric stuff that was in the original recordings, like that you can do with multiple guitars, and in the end, like I was all for it. I mean, the fact that we're a 3-piece, I was all about it. I was like right when he had left the band, like I was one who was like, let's not audition anybody.
He just wanted to play more stuff on bass. So.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not so much that I wanted to play more stuff on bass as much as I can.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's the question then, is it's like, so you have to carry kind of more of the rhythmy parts of the songs.
Oh yeah, but I don't mind doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already kind of doing that to begin with, and if anything, it's like it kind of like a lot of the bands that I listened to, and I know that Mike listened to, that we really like dug, was like 3-piece bands.
Oh,
Primus
okay.
was 3-piece.
Yeah.
Nirvana's
Love
a
Primus.
3-piece.
Rush.
Like all like the big bands.
He played with his feet, though.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and his nose, everything.
everything.
He was like a bass drum on the back, like he was hitting with his elbow. Boom, boom.
that whole deal.
Cymbals between his knees.
Yeah. Plus, also the big factor with the 3-piece that I like the most is that we all know each other well enough. We all know what we're capable of in terms of like instrument as well as like emotionally. Like we know what potential like quirks we all have to where we've accepted it and we're cool with it.
Oh yeah, I bet you guys are great live because you can all read each other.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Totally. And so we'll get to. I want to talk about some live stuff because you guys toured since the last time that you were in the studio here.
Yep.
So I want to get to that, but I do want to get to a song off the new EP, Ataraxia. Right, is what we were going to play first.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about Ataraxia, other than its extreme difficulty to spell, but nevertheless worth a fortune in Scrabble.
That X.
That X is it's 8 points, man. You get a double word score. Dominate.
Exactly.
Well, not to be confused with anorexia, which it can be easily misconstrued. If you hear the song and you're, smoking a lot of dope, you might think that I'm saying anorexia.
Right.
And it would totally change the tone of the lyrics too.
Yeah,
But,
it would. Yeah, it would. Definitely
But
would.
that being said, for 50 cents a day, you can sponsor this band. So, so Ataraxia. So, and this new EP altogether is, this is all brand new stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what are we getting into here?
Well, I think one of the real cool things about this EP, it's probably the most collaborative work we've done as far as a recording so far. because out of the 4 songs, the bonus track is really the only one that I wrote by myself. Everything else has been like a collaborative effort. Fatboy Treats, he wrote all the changes and the arrangement for that. Marco wrote the majority of both Ataraxia and Drowning.
Right.
And we just kind of filled
and Drowning
in.
we'll hear later.
Yeah,
so we'll
we
get
just
to
kind
that.
of filled in, some of the other parts and put our sort of isms on it.
Like Jism. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
Creamy filling.
Sorry, Jerry.
But Ataraxia itself, that song is about the word is, I love the definition. My favorite definition for it is a robust sense of peace, usually felt right before death. And so it's
whoa,
Yeah.
that's heavy, man. that's like already dead going into battle. Like your affairs are in order. You have nothing to do but concentrate on winning. You know what I mean?
Yep.
yeah.
Wow, that's deep. Actually, if you get into that, man, that's cool. That's a lot of weed there. It's all good. It might have been that trip to the 4th floor where I'm like, dude, my mind is officially blown. It is blown. All right, so again, Till All Is One's in studio with us. We got Karthik, we got Mike here. And you'll find them on tillallisone.com. That's TIL All Is One. Facebook, Till All Is One. Twitter, at Till All Is One Band. You can find the music on Reverb Nation. Buy it, buy it, buy it. Because all the cool kids own it, right? That's what's up. That's what's up. So in the meantime, here, we're going to kick it off with Ataraxia. You're listening to the Hadley Hour here on Indie100.com.
The SC Samurai, serving the Santa Clarita Valley of Southern California. Award-winning martial arts classes specializing in children from ages 4 to 7 years old. Instill respect, confidence, and discipline in your children as they get in shape both mentally and physically. Build self-esteem through positive reinforcement. SC Samurai classes are fun, safe, and taught by world champions. Visit our website to sign up for a free lesson with no obligation. Go to scsamurai.com or call 661-412-3656. That's 661-412-3656. Have you ever dreamed of taking a French cooking class from a renowned chef in Paris? Or maybe a Spanish guitar lesson from an expert guitarist in Spain? How about a personal training session with a celebrity fitness instructor in New York? Well, now you can on Expertory.com. Expertory is an online destination that allows you to learn all the things you've ever dreamed of without ever leaving your home. Simply search for the subject you're interested in, choose a time that works best for your schedule, and book a live video chat session with an expert anywhere in the world. The first 100 listeners this week to enter promo code Indy100 will receive a 20% discount on any booking. Expertory.com, where you meet the experts.
It's the Hollywood Rockin' Wrap-Up with your host, Jason Hadley. A young gay actor says the Bryan Singer underage sexual assault case is bogus and claims the X-Men director had plenty of chances to rape him over the years. Well, see, there's your problem, son. You're taking all the fun out of sexual assault if you're perfectly willing. Currently residing in a Nevada prison, Miami-Dade Water and Power says that's no excuse for O.J. Simpson to not pay his overdue balance of $457. However, that his only income are cigarettes and toilet wine still holds up. NBC announced singer Gwen Stefani will be replacing Judge Christina Aguilera on the upcoming season of The Voice. With a wildly successful solo career, Gwen Stefani should simply donate her salary to the poor, starting with the remaining members of her original band, No Doubt. Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson were twisting him up in celebration of the 420 marijuana holiday yesterday. For everyone else listening on their way to work, happy random drug testing day. And that's the Hollywood Rockin' Wrap-Up. Follow us on Twitter at Rockin' Wrap-Up. At Rockin' Wrap-Up. Follow us at Rockin' Wrap-Up. That's right, you're listening to the Hadley Hour here on Indy100.com, as well as Excite Radio and the Excite Radio family of stations. Go ahead and look them up at exciteradio.com. You can tune into any one of them and hear the same content over and over again. Why? Because you want to. And especially this show, because you got some awesome musicians coming in that are in here tonight. We have Till All Is One in studio. Once again, say hi, gents.
Hi, gents.
There
Hello.
you go. All right,
Hello,
got that out of the way.
ladies.
And again, you can find Till All Is One at tillallis1.com. That's TIL. allisone.com. Facebook, Till All Is One. Twitter, at Till All Is One Band. You can buy the music on Reverb Nation. Buy it. And Instagram, Till All Is One Band. Okay, so I know what we wanted to talk about was last time you guys were here, you were getting ready to kick off on a tour, if I remember correctly, right? Mm-hmm. So, what kind of antics have we brought back from the road? You know, you said you had some incredible war stories you wanted to share, and I know that anything can happen on the road.
It was quite an experience, man. It was telling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Telling of who? My goodness.
I think of all of us.
Wow.
We definitely learned that we can work well as a team in shitty situations. Oh,
Yeah.
You could bury a hooker all at the same time together. It's teamwork. It's all about teamwork.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's what's
little rock salt.
So let's a little lime and a shovel. No problem.
yeah.
Right? So let's see here. If I remember correctly, you guys were getting ready to kick that off. So where did you end up going across? Because refresh my memory.
We went up to the west coast from L.A. up to Seattle and back.
Oh wow. Okay.
2 weeker.
Okay, cool. And so, excuse me, sorry, I have a frog in my throat there. So then as far as, you guys all, if I remember correctly, were just kind of loading up the van and going, right? Everybody's like taking time off. You were just getting ready to finish school, right?
Yeah, I just had graduated probably like a week before we left. So
you hear that, folks? Have a backup plan. You can follow your dreams, but have a backup plan, right?
Exactly.
It's all about stay in school. Eat your vegetables. So, what's the live experience like, outside of LA these days?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, really? Huh?
Yeah. It was so much better. I mean,
isn't it?
Like,
sorry, Los Angeles.
Yeah,
we love you, but
don't be mad, man. It's all good because like Los Angeles, it is. I mean, listen,
it's inundated.
Yeah, and I'm a comic, man. There's like 20 different comedy shows going on around town at any given time. There's 10,000 comedians in LA. There's 10,000 musicians in Los Angeles too. It's like there's a lot of competition. You have Disneyland. You got Knott's Berry Farm. You got every movie theater in town. It's like. Please, you have to go where people are hungry for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and the difference too is that even when you do play a crowded room in LA, the typical response is people kind of, arms folded, kind of, observing you, sort of like looking around the room.
This is
Does everyone
judgmental.
else like them?
Yeah.
Okay, I like them too. They're pretty cool. I like them. But when we went up to the Northwest, especially, the Northwest was really good to us.
Like Oregon and Washington were really chill.
Just amazing. Like we played. It was actually pretty remarkable. We played a place called the Skylark Cafe in Seattle, Western Seattle, and it's the first time ever that I've ever experienced this as a musician. One of the bands that we played with, they gave us their cut of the door. They're like, "Hey, you guys, you don't have to drive all the way back to LA, man. We live here. We don't need the money as bad. You can have our share." I was like,
exactly.
Wow, that is some like good brotherly love there. I mean, you musicians got to stick together. So I get it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, it felt we were able to fill up our tank, which was cool. So.
And you made it from there to here in the one? No.
Oh, we had like funny experiences like in the interim in between some of our destinations. But one of the funniest times that we had was when we stayed in Portland.
Okay.
Because we stayed like in the crappiest part of Portland. Because Portland's actually a really cool city.
I was gonna say, is there a crappy part of Portland?
Oh yeah.
It's like off
Really?
80th Street?
Yeah,
80th Street.
82nd Street or something?
It's straight hood. It was just, man, it was like the shadiest part of Portland. That's where they had a punk rock like metal venue was like right there. It was like the perfect spot for it. It was a seedy part of town. So.
Wow.
You want to tell the story of the Unicorn Inn?
Oh God! All right, so like we played the night before in Eugene. Good reception, great show, and like
Clean city.
very clean city.
Really?
I must say, yeah, it was really chill, really nice.
Coolest derelicts I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life. Yeah, really.
exactly.
That's where you want to be homeless, kids. If you want to be homeless, move to Eugene, Oregon.
They'll consider you disenfranchised
Disenfranchised,
youth.
disaffected.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like that. It's a good moniker. But yeah, so we played in Eugene. It was a good show. It was our first show. That was our first show of the tour. Actually, was Eugene, and we did well. We packed up our gear and we drove the whole night from there to Portland. I drove. Actually.
Wow.
And I remember like we were trying to get the GPS going, and Mike over here wouldn't shut the hell up.
And Mike keeps going, in 1 mile, turn right, approximately 500 feet.
Exactly. But I digress.
My own language, Karthik.
So we keep driving, and we stay at this one motel for the night. It was like out like 82nd Street of Portland. It wasn't too bad. It was
Travelodge.
No, it wasn't the Travelodge. It was
Econo-Lodge?
the Econo-Lodge, yeah. So like the next morning,
High class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better than sleeping in the van.
no, it was actually pretty decent. And the next morning we still had like another 2 days in Portland. We need to find a place to stay. So we're like, let's see if we can go back and find a cheaper motel. So then there was the Unicorn.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Unicorn, like we go there, it's bad when the flies that are roaming around in the lobby are not flying away from you, but are doing the slow fly. Or like they own this town type of stuff. And you're just like, oh, that's not good. And like there were people walking in that had like scabies on their legs, and it was just, so like we almost stayed there. And then, what was the other one?
Best value.
Best value. But we actually paid for the room at Best Value at first. We go there, the room just like reeks of new paint because they're trying to cover up the mold in the walls.
No, they're kind of trying to cover up the blood on the walls.
That too. So like we put our stuff in there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna stay here. I'm willing to pay extra out of pocket if need be just to stay at the same motel we were at before. And we actually were able to. They gave us a good deal. Mm-hmm. But the question was, how are we gonna get our money back? Luckily, the owner of this motel was Indian.
Whoa!
So I went
the
there.
race card.
Yeah, I told them like, oh, we can't stay. Like we got booked to actually play earlier in Seattle, so we actually have to leave now.
Did you say this in Hindi?
No.
Okay, I was just curious.
In English. So the guy was like, oh, well, I don't know if we can refund you. Let me talk to my dad. His dad comes through. He's like, oh, you're Indian. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, what do you think about cricket? I don't know a damn thing about cricket. But I was able to like BS my way through it, and he was just like, oh, that's awesome. And he's like, what do you think about the BJP, which is one of the political parties in India? And I'm like, oh, they're doing well. I know they're super conservative, so I didn't want to like say like, oh, they're doing horribly. He's an old guy.
Yeah.
And he's all like, oh yeah, they're doing great. He's like, well, the room was $120. Like, well, I mean, I can give you a refund. I can give you $100 back. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. He just gave us our money back.
Wow.
And like we ended up staying at the Econo Lodge again, where we met Ruby Red.
Ruby Red.
Yeah.
Ruby Red was
Ruby
this
Red.
dude, man. Like he was straight out of a comic book or a comedy, like a 90-minute, just rager, man. He was ridiculous. He was so.
Is he like a super fan or like a homeless guy or like
he was
a?
this, like
He was a pimp.
He was a pimp.
Yeah.
He was a pimp.
He was a pimp.
He was a pimp. He was
in like a
staying-
wide brim hat and like.
Not even, man. He was like a new school pimp. I'm guessing he was a blood.
Yeah, he had like a 5150 like fitted cap.
Wow.
Or was
Yeah.
it 5150? I don't know, the new era with like a Space Needle in there that said Ruby Red on there. He was from Seattle. Yeah.
Wow.
And he's staying next door to us. And I remember one night we were coming back from a gig, and he's like, "Y'all in a band?" And this is a really big dude,
Yeah.
like he's always has a red hat, red shorts on, and he's like,
Ruby
"Man,
Red."
Ruby Red,
Ruby Red.
red car."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Man, if I was on tour, man, I'd be tearing up right now." And he had this twinkle in his eyes. He's smoking a big blunt too while he's telling us this. He's like, "You know what you guys need? You guys need some top models to be at your shows, selling your T-shirts, be all over you, taking pictures. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I got some top models next door."
Oh, yeah.
And he goes over and he brings out two of the worst wenches my eyes have ever seen. Well, maybe not the worst.
Not the
I've
worst,
seen-
but-
I've seen worse.
This
but
is in Eugene, Oregon.
this is in
Portland.
Portland.
It's in
Portland
Portland,
proper.
the shady
Yeah.
part of Portland.
Okay, so yeah, you're getting like the B squad, right?
Yeah, the Z squad.
Yeah, straight up.
This is like-
Like C-section scars
Yeah.
that go up
Yeah.
and down instead of side to side.
Yeah. They were pretty haggard.
Wow,
Yeah.
like a little bit past their sell-by date, huh?
Yeah.
But like throughout the time that we stayed at this hotel,
Mm-hmm.
like a couple of days we were there, he kept on trying to like, subtly push them onto us. We asked him about like the next morning we asked him where we can get some coffee, and he's like, he goes in there and we hear him like tell the girl, "Get up there, get up there, tell him to get some coffee." Then he comes back out all calm, and then the girl comes out in an evening dress. And she kind of.
And this is in the morning.
This is the morning. It's
yeah.
like 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
She comes out and she she puts her hands on the railing and looks over her shoulder at us as she arches her back. She's like, "Oh, I know a coffee place you guys can go to. It's right over there."
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
starts to tell us about some coffee shop in Seattle and this is actually a real place.
Yeah.
My cousins confirmed this, where it's a topless topless coffee bar. The girls
Nice.
just have pasties on their nips.
Oh,
And
and that's where the cream and half comes out.
I
by the
guess
way.
so, yeah.
I just checked. Gross, but really not so gross. Anyway, so did you end up doing any business with Ruby Red?
We didn't, but he definitely smoked a lot of he smoked a lot of trees next door to us, so it's
Right.
like we were able to sort of bask in the ambiance. That was kind of nice of him. He was a very nice guy. Ruby, we're sending you a shout out, dog.
And he didn't. I mean, yeah, so good because everything about him just kind of smacks of like. Well, he just smacks everybody, I'm sure. He's a pimp, is what he does.
Yeah.
I wonder how there's got to be like a pimp generator, a pimp name generator.
Probably, I would think so.
You know what? I think I'm going to try to find that right now as we're talking. Because it's got to be out there.
It's probably like BuzzFeed or something.
Let's see. Pimp name Let's see what our pimp names will be. Generator. Let's see what we got. Pimp name generator. Okay, yeah, here we go. Pimp name generator. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a quick little game. Your pimp name is going to be, let's see, we'll set that up. And, apparently you don't enter in any data. It just chooses one for you. So I'm going to go ahead and hit refresh and just see what happens. So I came up with Bling Luther Love would be my pimp name. Karthik, yours is going to be, let's see here as I refresh this page. Karthik, your official pimp name is Bobby Slinger. Bobby Slinger! Bobby Slinger in the hizzy. All right, Mike McKay, vocalist and guitarist for Till All Is One. Your official pimp name is hereby Hoff Tickle.
Half tickle.
I don't like that one. Let's see what else we got. What's the next one?
Bobby-
Quick Bobby Tickle.
quick Bobby tickle.
Oh no, don't tell Quick Bobby Tickle. He'll tickle you 5 across the eyes. And that, folks, is your pimp name generator. All right, so thank you, Ruby Red, for that little inspirational bit of comedy wherever you may be. So.
He's an unforgettable character
Yeah.
for sure.
Does he still write? At least you have a place to stay next time you go. You know, you could just sleep on a couch made out of his bitches. Wow. Yeah, clearly it's time to start updating your resume if you're working for Ruby Red.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sorry, Ruby. Anyway, so all right. So anything else you want to talk about? So you guys were in Portland. What happened after Portland?
Well, I mean, I
Actually,
think,
even in Portland.
yeah, the night that we drove back and we met Ruby Red, it was I tried some weird mystery shots that they had at this bar called the Red Room.
Yeah, they had for $1, it was just like a paper bag with a bottle in it, and it's like you picked a number and that was your shot. And so they kept buying us, like the people at the show were super chill. They kept buying us mystery shots and like, yeah, we were pretty twisted.
Nicely done.
And fortunately, I mean, because kids don't drink and drive.
Yeah, don't drink and drive.
I personally got 2 DUIs last year and it's ruined my life.
2?
Yes.
They were on sale.
Apparently, it was.
Did you get a volume
clearance.
discount?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. So I don't advocate drinking and driving. It's
No.
totally wrong. But unfortunately, we did that night, and we drove back. Funny enough, I made the mistake of buying a burger at a place where the bartenders were also the cash handlers and the hosts and the MCs and.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're running mad double duty. They're yeah. And so I guess there was some kind of something in my burger. So on the way back, we're already pretty tossed.
Except for Neil. Actually, Neil was sober. He drove us sober. He was the sober driver that
But
night.
not sober enough to remember that we left the claw on the back of our trailer.
we have like a boot, like a Denver boot type of thing for our trailer, like a claw, and we forgot to take it off.
And so it's like
No, not even. You're driving. All you hear is ta-tunk, ta-tunk, ta-tunk. Like, what is that? What the hell that is? It was the boot. Yeah, it was still on there.
Did you guys have any problems though? I mean, I hope nothing.
No. It did. Luckily, it didn't do anything, but it was just kind of interesting that happened.
Got back, took it off, and then I proceeded to puke until about 4 or 5 in the morning.
Nice.
Yeah, because he didn't follow like the general rule of bar food and getting everything fried.
Yeah,
So I got chicken tenders and French fries because that kills everything.
right.
This guy had the
Caesar salad.
A medium burger, dude. Like,
Yeah.
what is wrong with me?
I want medium. He's got this fat burger and he's just like all out of it, like grubs this thing, and like I was sleeping, like we got back to the room, I was sleeping on the floor, and I just hear like stomach gurgles. Like his bed was right above. He's like, oh God. Oh, and then he goes into the bathroom. He's like, oh, and then comes back out, and then you hear more gurgling, and he gets up and goes back.
That's so crazy. You can hear the gurgling outside of his body.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
You okay, dude? I'm like, yeah, dude. I just need to throw up. I just need to get it out, man. I'll feel better. I promise.
But he is one of the weirdest people in that sense, man. It's like as soon as something bad, like if he has like any shred of food poisoning, it's
right. He just has like the digestive tract of a kitten.
Yeah, just like, exactly.
All right, so I'll tell you what. I want to get to another song because surprisingly enough, we're only 2/3 of the way through the show already. So next up, we got "Drowning" off the new EP. The new EP, by the way, is called Trifecta. And again, you're listening to Till All Is One. We got Karthik and Mike in studio, and Marco is sadly only with us here in spirit. But you're sorely missed, Marco. Good wherever you are. Oh yeah, he's teching.
Yeah, he's drunk teching.
He's not dead, guys. He's just teching.
He's drunk teching.
Maybe on the inside. But that's so anyway, tillallisone.com. Again, that's TIL allisone.com. Facebook Till All Is One. Twitter at Till All Is One Band. Buy the music on Reverb Nation, and follow him on Instagram for family photos and Throwback Thursday or whatever you guys are doing on Instagram. And is Instagram really effective? I gotta ask because I always make fun.
It is more so now because more people are following that.
Okay.
Once we started flashing our titties.
Nice.
That and even like Vine too, but yeah.
Right, but how many 6-second songs can you write? Like a million.
Yeah.
All right, so Drowning, what are we getting into here? Because I want to get to it because we don't have a whole lot of show left, and I still want to get to Fat Boy Treats and what's the other one?
Filth.
Right. So what are we getting into with Drowning here?
Drowning is a song about the frustration of failed relationships. That's it's a tune we can all
right.
sort of snap
whether
our
you're
fingers to.
drowning in your own Haagen-Dazs, watching The Notebook, it's all good. Right? Isn't that what people watch when they break up? Is The Notebook?
Or Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh yeah, right. I always thought it was funny because Eva Mendes was dating Ryan Gosling, who was in The Notebook, and then they broke up, and now so what does she do She can't watch The Notebook because her ex-boyfriend's in the movie that you would normally watch when you broke up with your boyfriend, right? I mean, that's like being trapped in like relationship purgatory. Anyway, all right, so we got Drowning coming up here. You're listening to the Hadley Hour on Indie 100 Next Sight Radio. Until All Is One coming at you right now. Come on and take it. That makes sure you're breaking me. I'm going somber and getting older, turning your back to give a cold shoulder. Could not erase this, why not to face this? Or let the agony to set me on the face. I'm screaming fuck it, because I'm stalking a fucking love that breeds only destruction. And now I'm wasted, could not embrace this, but the blood in my mouth is all I'm tasting. I wanna make things right, but I keep drowning in your lies. And I won't be denied, but this quicksand that paralyzes life. I'm too sad to be alive.
SC Samurai, serving the Santa Clarita Valley of Southern California. Award-winning martial arts classes specializing in children from ages 4 to 7 years old. Instill respect, confidence, and discipline in your children as they get in shape both mentally and physically. Build self-esteem through positive reinforcement. SC Samurai classes are fun, safe, and taught by world champions. Visit our website to sign up for a free lesson with no obligation. Go to scsamurai.com or call 661-412-3656. That's 661-412-3656.
Yeah, call Rocky. Get some karate lessons. All the cool kids are doing it. In studio with me, Till All Is One. We got Karthik and Mike in here. And man, I got to tell you, the conversations that happen during the songs, I'd love to at some point save those and like just come up with a compilation of just like crazy stuff people say between songs, you know? Because we just said stuff that you can't unhear. And it all started with a conversation in the green room about that whole X-Men director thing, you know? So look that up if you want to stay current on the news. Anyway, you want to find them, Till All Is One Band on Twitter, Till All Is One on Facebook, tillallis1.com is the website. And again, that's TIL, All Is One, so make sure you do that. Now, in the meantime, looking to the future, we're actually coming down to the last, few minutes of the show here because I do want to end with a song. But in the meantime, you guys had mentioned maybe not a whole lot on the calendar, but you have this release party you're in the planning stages for.
Yes.
This, right?
Yes.
So what's the scoop on that? I mean, do you have any locations or any times, dates, anything coming up? Or
we're thinking of Paladinos just because it's been a favorite place for us to play in the Valley. It's always good to get people out to Paladinos.
It's a great venue.
Yeah. I love the sound there.
You got great sound.
People talk crap on Paladinos, but I will say, like, if it's good enough for the Foo Fighters to use it as a ritual warm-up gig, it's definitely good enough for us. The sound is good, and last show that we actually put on at Paladinos, they let us put the bill together ourselves, and it was a very successful night. We had over 100 people show up that night. So
very good, very good. So in the meantime. What was I going to mention? In addition to the stuff, there's actually a bonus track that we may not be getting to on this.
Yes.
Is that right? So when you're looking up Till All Is One, you can find it on YouTube. Is that
yes.
right? Okay. So if I understand correctly, let me make sure. Actually, I'm going to let you explain it because there's 4 tracks on the CD I'm holding, but
yes,
this is a rarity.
Yes, the first 100 pressings of Trifecta were mainly pressed for a lot of the people that contributed to the actual production, the people that contributed to our Indiegogo and everything. And we had these 4 songs, so we felt strongly about all of them. But Filth is kind of the obvious standout. It's more of almost like a pop punk song, but it's a sort of ode to Los Angeles. It's something that I came up with when we were driving back from Arizona last year, and I saw this intense thick layer of smog sitting over the city.
And you're like, I'm home.
Yeah, exactly. Like, welcome back, kid. Yeah. So it definitely stands alone, but I think we all sort of really believe in just in the catchiness and the viability of the song. So we didn't want to leave it out, even though it's kind of like the bastard Jon Snow brother of the 4.
Right.
But we do have a lyric video for it on YouTube. So if you look up Till All Is One Music, that's our channel on YouTube. You can find Filth, the lyric video.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And you want to be one of the first 100 people to get one of these songs or one of these pressings, right? If they're not already out. They're going to be a collector's item, I think is the takeaway here. I think that, you know what I'm saying? And then now, as far as the production of the album is concerned, I know you mentioned you wanted to do kind of, throw some shout outs out there and some thank yous and such. And
most certainly.
Now's your time to shine.
Danny Balastaki, we love you, dude. You're amazing. Danny Balastaki is an incredible producer. He's the guy that helped us sort of navigate this to shore. He works at Revolution 9 Studios. It's his studio in Hollywood. And Zeus, Mr. What does he go by? Zane.
Zane Wood.
Yes, Zane Wood. Zeus.
As if Zeus wasn't cool enough.
Yeah. He's great,
he goes
man.
by Zane? That's
right.
Well,
Zane is his real name, and
okay.
Zeus is his, it's his handle.
Yes.
If you will. He's great, too. The two of them really did a bang-up job for us. And so, I would recommend anyone looking to get a good recording that's not just somebody sort of just pressing some faders and walking away.
Right.
Danny Balastaki is a great producer.
Like, really involved in the process.
Yeah.
And, because I'd imagine that takes a lot to be able to, learn your sound, lock into it, especially you just kind of come to him. How did you guys find each other?
He actually, Zeus was the one who, through his suggestion, he set it up, and Danny approached us on Facebook, and we built a relationship via conversation on telephone and Facebook, and The guy he's just one of those rare, super genuine people, and he took a genuine interest in the band and really became like an extra member of sorts. So yeah, he sat with us and did pre-production, listened to a slew of songs that we had kind of like on the chopping block to see which ones we would, put on this EP. So he didn't just he actually got his hands dirty and got in there with us. We even rearranged little things, made little tweaks as per some of his suggestions. So he really did a great job, man.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like from what you're saying. I mean, if you're feeling a very genuine vibe from the guy that's wanting to help you out, I imagine it's a lot more a beneficial relationship when somebody's coming in and just making suggestions about your songs, and you're kind of like, otherwise you'd be like, who are you again?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I recorded an album one time, and the guy who was doing all the mixing was also a drummer himself, and so he took all my drums and retuned them all, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Leave me alone. I have a sound, It's not a good one, but I have a sound, But it sounds like everything worked out. I mean, would you keep him around for the second album?
Definitely using.
Definitely.
That's our guy, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah.
That's our Butch Vig, if you will.
It really is.
So then, and then if I'm not mistaken, in the last year since we talked, you picked up some endorsements along the way, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead first.
Well, shout out to
long list, huh?
right? Exactly. MTD, Michael Tobias designed basses and strings. Couldn't have done the EP without their gear. Great basses, played awesome. You can hear them on the new EP, and you can see why I played them.
Right on.
And use their strings. Also, Form Factor Audio bass cabinets, great bass cabs, sound awesome. I guarantee if you're a bass player, they're the way to go. You have no idea. Like, I played through a bunch of different things, and that was like the way to do it.
And if you call in the next 30 seconds, right?
I'll throw in a free sticker. No, it's all good.
Creamy highs and buttery lows.
But you know what? The thing about cabs, no matter how big or small they are, you're still going to sit there and go, God, why aren't I playing the harmonica right now? That's the goal. That's why they make bass equipment so heavy, is that's the motivation to get some success so you have other people carrying your gear for you.
Surprisingly, these cabinets aren't that heavy. Each one is like 50 pounds.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's like loading the back of your car type style.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow, very cool, very cool. And then Mike, you picked up some people as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I did. Right? It was wow. It's been kind of a game changer for me. I've played Marshall amps the entire time I've been a guitar player. So for the better portion of my life, I've been playing Marshall amps. And recently, I got this endorsement with Laney Amplification, based out of the UK.
Wow,
Amazing.
Across the pond, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes, but I mean, fortunately, they have a factory in Jersey, so that's where my stuff was shipped from. But my buddy Francesco Artesato, that amazing guitar player I was telling you about earlier.
Oh yeah, right.
When we were at the NAMM convention this year, he introduced me to his rep at the Laney booth. And first off, I have such a great admiration and affinity for Francesco as a person, as a guitarist. His tone has always been like just super, super sick. So I was able to actually, through his suggestion, be welcomed into the fold with Laney Amplification, and they sent me the Laney Ironheart 120, which is the most badass. I can say badass, right? Yeah. The most badass.
It's just us, guys.
Yeah.
It's just us. We're all family here. Everybody that's listening in, so fire away.
Most badass amp I've ever owned. It's given me so much clarity of tone, and for the style of music we play, it's extremely versatile because I get the really sort of rip your face off attack
creamy highs
and buttery lows.
And buttery lows. That sounds sick, but delicious at the same time.
It is great.
You know what I mean? Very, very cool. Very cool. So I mean, it was Laney, Form Factor, MTD, and Danny over at Revolution 9 that really kind of helped bring this whole thing together.
Absolutely.
That's cool. That's cool. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna close out with. We're almost done, guys. I can't believe it. I'm a little remiss. I know.
Verklempt.
I know. Up in my Kadepkazoid, I've Spilkes. So just to kind of wrap it up here, we're going to get to this last song here that we have time for, Fat Boy Treats. But in the meantime, check out Till All Is One at www.tillallis1.com, TILallis1.com. Till All Is One Facebook, at Twitter at Till All Is One Band. Buy the music on Reverb Nation. Check out iTunes periodically because the music will eventually be there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes, by June.
Yeah, by June. There you go. And then on Instagram, Till All Is One Band. So kind of quickly, somewhat quickly. What was it? It was Fat Boy Treats, right? Is that what we're complaining?
Yeah.
All right, so what are we getting into with Fat Boy Treats? Because that sounds delicious to me.
All right. Well, this particular track, like all the parts, I put together when I was 19, but never had an avenue to use them until this band. but the premise behind it, the lyrics and everything, like the idea, it's a story. It's a funny story because it's true. My younger brother, he has special needs. He has autism. While he was in school, he stole cake from another student and got suspended for a day for doing so.
Wow.
It was actually quite hilarious.
And on that note, I do want to hear the rest of the story. Unfortunately, we are coming to the last few minutes. I want to make sure we get enough time in because I hate it when songs get cut off at the end of my show. It's just my big pet peeve. So, so we got Fat Boy Treats coming up next off of the EP trifecta with Till All Is One. Again, thank you, Karthik. Thank you, Mike, for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
I truly appreciate it. You guys are rad. And Fat Boy Treats coming at you right now. Here we go.
Posing in size, snatching the window dividers. I must make a high, the thing that just made you cry. The twisty, creamy, and sweet, speaking volumes of me, mouth my name, and I readily, readily take what was not meant for me, but it tastes so good, and now it's gone. Now it's gone. To the couch and get real fucking I'm gone. Don't play real, turn real fast. That's what I said, what I see.
Have you ever dreamed of taking a French cooking class from a renowned chef in Paris? Or maybe a Spanish guitar lesson from an expert guitarist in Spain? How about a...
When was the last time you really thought about what you were listening to? Did it make you